Okay, boys and girls, so this is the video for page 126 and 127 in your Mathemagic. Now, I'm going to do the same video for the two pages because the two pages are very, very similar. This page is starting off and then this page is just getting a little bit harder, but they're asking you to do the same thing on both pages, okay? So what you can see on this page is you can see lots of tens and unit sums, okay? The whole way down, you can see all your sums arranged into the tens and units columns, okay? It's all labelled. Everything under the U are the units and everything under the T are the tens, okay? And the same on this page as well. Now, this is a very, very easy page. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you some examples that I have here of what we have to do. Now, because we have done the same thing when we've been adding, you're going to have no problem with these sums, okay? Because we use the exact same rules that we use when we were adding tens and units when we're taking. So you can see here, every single sum on this page is taking. And you can see on this page also every single sum here is taking as well, okay? So if you can remember that we use the exact same rules when we're adding tens and units, when we're taking tens and units, then you'll fly through this page, okay? So up here I have two examples of sums that are going to be from page 126, and down here I have two examples of sums that are going to be from page 127, okay? So if we look at the first one first, okay? The rule when we were adding our tens and units was that we always had to add our units column first, okay? So the rule is the exact same when we are doing taking with tens and units. We're going to have to take the units column first, okay? So in this sum, we're going to be doing the units column first. This sum, we're going to be doing the units column first. This sum, we're going to be doing the units column first here and the units column first here as well. Okay, so when we were doing the adding with tens and units, what we used to do is we used to just draw a little circle around the units column just to remind us that we had to do that column first. Okay, so what I would like you to do is I'd like you to draw this circle around the units column around all the units on this page as you're doing it. So say for example, when you're starting this sum, I want you to draw the circle around the units column like that, okay? Just so that it reminds you that you have to do the units column first, okay? When you get onto this page then, it's up to you whether you want to do it or not, because you should be in the habit of remembering to do the units column first from doing all these sums here. So it's up to you whether you want to draw that circle on this page or not, okay? So let's have a look at these first two, the first two sums here, which are examples again, like I said, from page 126, okay? So here you can see in your units column you have 9 go back 3. So we're going backwards in all of these, okay? We're going to go backwards in every single sum on page 126 and 127. So 9 go back 3 jumps and we're going to land on 6. Okay, now for the tens, I have no number here, okay? There's no number in this space here, and there's no number in this space here. Now, if you can remember, when there's no number there, when we were doing the add ones, can you remember what I said to imagine was there when we don't see a number there? Can you remember? So I said to imagine there's a 0 there, okay? Now, I'm not going to write it in, but I want you to imagine that it's there, okay? I'll write it in actually kind of lightly, just that you can see it, okay? So, it's not there, but we imagine it's there. So, our tens column then is 2, go back 0. So, we're not moving. If it's asking us to go back 0 or forward 0 jumps, that means we're not moving. So, that's very, very easy. 2, go back 0 jumps, 2 don't move. What do we land on? 2. Okay? So, there, nice and quickly, we have our first sum done. The rules, again, we have to do our units column first. We have to go backwards. We're going backwards in all these sums. And when there's no number in this space here, we imagine that 0 is there. Okay? And when 0 is there, it means that we're not moving. 2 go back 0 is 2. So our final answer is 26. Okay? So this sum here, I've already done the circle around the units column. So remembering again that the rule is we do the units column first. We always do the units column first. So 5, go back 5. If I'm on 5 and I go back 5 jumps, I'm going to land on 0. And like what we were talking about a second ago, I want you to imagine there's a 0 there. If there's nothing in the space, we imagine there's a 0 there. So 4 go back 0, very, very easy. We're not moving, we're staying on 4, we're not jumping backwards, we're staying in the same place. So 4 go back 0 is going to be 4. Okay, so there I have my two answers, 26 and 40. Okay, so on this page you can see that every single sum does not have a number on the second 10 space, okay? So there's no number in here. So we're imagining that there's a 0 in each of these places, okay? So even looking at this one here, this would be 7, go back 0. This would be 8, go back 0. Again, 8, go back 0. 5, go back 0. 3, go back 0, okay? So I hope that's okay, boys and girls. Now, the next page is page 127. And like I said, I'm doing the same video for the two pages because they're so similar. This is exactly the same as page 126. You have your tens and your units. We're going backwards in them all. The only change is, can you spot it? The only change is it's one step slightly harder, but not that much harder. The one change is this time we have a number in all these spaces, okay? So we don't have blank spaces in here anymore. We have a number. But that doesn't mean that we're going to do our sum any differently, okay? So I have two examples here of two types of sums that will be on page 127, okay? So we do the exact same thing. We do our units first. So 6, go back 1. So 6, go back 1 jump, and we land on 5. 9, go back 3. So we're used to doing 9, go back 0 from the previous page, but this time we do have numbers here. So it's going to be 9, go back 3 jumps, 9 take 3. What do I land on? 6. Very good if you got it. Well done. Okay, so really quick, our answer is 65. Okay, so these are nice sums, boys and girls. These shouldn't give you any trouble, okay? So here, the next example we have is, we do our units first. 7 go back 6 is 1, and 7 go back 1, or 7 take 1 is going to be 6. So our answer is 61. Okay, so that's it, boys and girls. If you can remember that you're going to do your units column first, then your tens column, you're going backwards in every single sum, you're taking every single sum, then you should fly through these two pages. Okay, so I want you to do this page on Monday, please, if on page 126, and page 127 on Tuesday. That's what's down on your schedule for the week. But if it suits you better to do the two pages in one day or on a different day, that's totally fine too. Okay, best of luck.